With sirens wailing and lights flashing, great food, great ambiance, and an all-around great story have kept the Antlers open for more than 100 years. Its long history has a surprising beginning.
Yeah, and if you are headed to the UP anytime soon, this place should definitely be on your bucket list. Tonight we show you what's happening inside the kitchen at the Antlers in Sault Ste. Marie.
Known for comfort classics and scrumptious scratch-made stews. This century-old brothel turned restaurant has all the bells and whistles.
Welcome to the Antlers! The building itself has been around since 1915. Back then, the bells and whistles were a little more serious. It meant that the feds were on the way during Prohibition.
Reimagined as a restaurant in 1948, the Antlers and its antique alarm both a little less dramatic nowadays. But the history behind them, something worth fighting for owner Chris SZABO.
It's more than just a room with a kitchen. It's some serious tradition that goes back 100 years.
Chris took over in 2008, bringing a lifetime of behind-the-counter experience to the table, along with a few of his own obvious twists.
We're kind of a taxidermy orphanage, because everybody asks, where did all the animals come from? I like to A, see, and be somewhere unique, but also have something that's unique from a flavor standpoint.
One-of-a-kind flavors like this dish, borrowed from the Sioux's northern neighbors.
We try to take the poutine dish itself and add some different flares to it.
It begins with a load of thick, hand-cut fries and farm-raised venison meatloaf, glazed and browned to perfection. Sliced thick and carried to the flat top, where it's paired with fresh button mushrooms. Ladlefuls of bubbling brown gravy bring it all together, but it wouldn't be poutine without a gooey layer of cheese.
The reason that the Wisconsin cheese curds are important is when you mix them with the fries and the hot gravy, instead of just melting, they have some integrity and they get squeaky. The last final touch, some freshly chopped green onions. And then there you have it.
You might also consider this local take on the classic Creole crowd pleaser.
Michigan gumbo is a very easy one for us to sell. It's a very easy way to put a Michigan spin on something that, people recognize in general.
Whitefish joins the chicken and sausage to produce an unparalleled up-north flavor. An array of fresh vegetables brings color and crunch. Before it hits the burner, Chris adds in the obligatory rice and a zesty palette of herbs and spices, including gumbo filet powder. And as the taste develops, amazing smells fill the room.
The filet powder, you'll notice it's awfully unique smell. The sausage, whitefish, chicken together gives it a unique aroma and flavor.
The Antlers shapes a generous hunk of toasted sourdough into the perfect delivery method.
Delightfully called Sault Ste canoes. And then we just load them up. Michigan gumbo served in a Sault Ste canoe.
Sault Ste canoe.
Enjoy.
Okay, all right. Oh, that is killer.
And I know you're not lying. It's kind of fun to have food that you don't have to ask people whether or not it's good or not. You can just tell by the looks on their faces.
Over the years, this place has worked its way into the Sioux experience. Expect to see generations of customers gathered around the same table. Expect great food. Expect the unexpected.
Gumbo is a really traditional recipe, but this gumbo takes things up to a whole new level with a nice northern Michigan spin on it, the whitefish, and even right now you can really smell the spices coming off of this thing. Really enjoyable, really delicious, and the atmosphere is just spectacular. You won't regret a visit. We're going to dig in. That's it for us this time. We'll catch you next time on Inside the Kitchen.